Hong Kong's Category 3 has some of the best, most vile, most horrific, most disgusting, and most sexiest movies ever, such as this one. Who doesn't like barbecue pork buns? When done right, they're so delicious. And it's all about the filling. And in this movie, based on a horrific true story, had a filling that I think would be a hard pass for most of us. Hi, I'm the Artie Dans, and let's check out this Hong Kong Category 3 nasty. Wong Chi-hung escapes Hong Kong after brutally murdering a man. 8 years later, he is now in Macau working in a restaurant and hustling people in mahjong by cheating. A collection of limbs wash up on the shore of a beach, and an investigation begins. The investigation leads the team of detectives to the 8 Immortals restaurant, which just so happens to be run by Wong. They have a special new item, pork buns, which have become very popular due to their delicious flavour. But the detectives realise that Wong isn't really the owner of the restaurant, and during the course of trying to find the real owner and his family, they come to the conclusion that he is a murderer as he tries to flee Macau. However, Wong refuses to admit to the crime. Thus, a series of torturous interrogation sessions occur from the detectives desperate to get a guilty plea from him. This is one of the many Herman Yau and Anthony Wong CAT3 collaborations, and while it's not the worst, it's definitely going to make you feel uncomfortable and glued to your screen. The movie doesn't hold any punches from the start, with a brutal killing scene before we're introduced to some rather obvious rubber limbs that are meant to look decayed. Obvious rubber, but the way the actors oversell it by gagging and pretending it smells bad gets the point across quite well. Anthony Wong is an awesome actor with a very interesting backstory. His father was British, but his mother was a local Hong Kong woman who single-handedly raised him. He tells the tale of experiencing racism and bullying while growing up due to his half-half nature and being typecast as a bad guy in the very early part of his career. Thus, his casting as the psycho Wong Chi-hung in this film is perfect. Category 3 films were used by him at the time to overcome the bullying he experienced, with his role in Erotic Ghost Story 2 being the film that started it all. He really seemed to relish in the role at the time, and in an interview with 8 Days, he said if he didn't become an actor, he would have been a pervert, probably similar to the characters in this film. To my friend Tom, you probably should have been an actor too, mate. Just saying. The pervertedness isn't just the violence though, of which there is many. The scene of the restaurant owner and his family, including 5 young children, being butchered is extremely violent and gory. It doesn't stop there, with the scene in prison of him being brutally beaten up, resulting in him drinking someone else's urine to stop his internal bleeding. Yeah, that'll make you queasy. The scene in the hospital of him being tortured by the police, well, some might see as justice against what he did, especially to the nurse, is very over the top. And this just means that the actual scene where he makes the pork buns from human flesh isn't as disturbing as it should be in the context of the film. Sure, watching people eat the buns is pretty gross, but the movie doesn't seem to dwell on it too much. On top of the violence, there's a rather brutal rape scene in the movie which seems to be quite normal for non-erotic Category 3 films. There just can't be a nice casual sex scene between 2 people. No, it has to be a brutal rape. And while thankfully most of the brutal bits happen off camera, the results aren't. Especially when you know a broken bottle is about to be shoved between the victim's legs, with a fountain of blood being the end result. Graphic and disturbing pretty much sums up this film. Disturbing is also how the police act in this film. Wow, they're really dumb, except for the boss of the squad. You know he's smart because he refuses to eat the pork buns, and seems to be the only one who knows how to do any real police work. But the rest of the team? 3 meatheads who always fawn over the boss's latest prostitute, and a token female who is overly butch but looks terrific when she decides to doll up, much to her boss's annoyance, who she desperately is trying to get the attention of. They really are a pack of idiots, and I can't believe there could be any detectives like this in real life. They even refused to investigate a proper lead of a missing person because it was a handwritten letter from the mainland. And their above the law torture scene, while satisfying, it's all kinds of wrong. In regards to Category 3 nasty movies, this one is fairly in the middle of the road. There's definitely much worse out there, but this one has the violence, the blood, the gore, the rape, the disturbing scenes, and more. It's all here for your bloodlusting satisfaction. I say watch it if you can stomach it, if you've seen it. What did you think? Thank you for watching this video. Please press the like button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.